Hey guys, welcome back to Gulfside Baitworks. Today we're going to do another color demo. We're going to do Dead On Plastix Brick. This one I believe was actually an older color that they stopped making and then they recently brought back. I've only used it a couple of times. It's pretty cool. It looks like brick, surprisingly enough. But you know, we'll try it at some different drop counts and see how good, or see what it looks like at different drop counts. Today we're going to shoot the Angling AI 7-inch shaky head. I just got this mold, so it's new to me. Got it as a birthday present actually, and we'll probably eventually do a review on it. I know if you've been watching our videos, I've done a lot of mold reviews. I've done a bunch of ones from Swamp Trout. I've done one from Goblin Baits as well. I got another one from Goblin Baits to do. I've got one more from Swamp Trout. I have a few from Slim's Lures that we can do as well. I'm not as good at pouring those, so I have not recorded anything with them. But you know, I've got tons of aluminum molds as well. So we've got lots of different things that we can do reviews on, because I'm trying to do reviews on Sundays, color demos on Wednesdays, for anyone who's been paying attention. But anyway, plastic's in the vac chamber right now, and we'll be using Dead On Plastix Worm Blend today. So it's probably just about done. It's been there for quite a bit, so we will be right back. All right, we're back. So we got 1 cup of worm blend. We got our DOP brick. So let's start out with 10 drops in a cup and see what that gives us. All right, we ended up with 11. I'm sure it'll be okay. Yeah, so you know, a nice rich, kind of like a red velvet cake almost at this drop count. Still pretty clear though. Yeah, very, very clear. Let's dip a little bit down here. All right, we'll do a quick shoot with those and check it out and see. Oh yeah, my ejector is still set up for 2, but that's okay. We just use one side. We'll fix that between our next shot, or our, yep. Purge the injector. All right. So. Well, we will let that sit and be back in a couple minutes. Check back. Let's check these bad boys out and see what we got. All right, that's a nice color. Yeah, it's a very light red, almost, you know, like I said before, kind of a red velvet cake color. Brick, obviously. Definitely seen bricks that color, but it is a little on the clear side. So that is 10 drops in 1 cup. So we'll save one of these, chop the rest up, and continue on and try and work our way up and see how it goes. All right, we're back and our plastic is hot and ready. So last time we meant to do 10, ended up doing 11, so we'll add 9 to it to make it 20. Alright, so that'll make it 20. Kind of looks like the tone of the color really hasn't changed. It's just more of it. I guess it does look a little darker. I have a feeling that if we get to like a much higher drop count, we might get kind of a brownish color. Yeah, not much different there. So let's check it out. Got our injector fixed up here the way we want it. Make it easier on us. So this is 20 drops of DOP brick. Yeah, I mean, you can see on the injector there that it's a little darker. Which, I mean, we got double the pigment, so it would be weird if it wasn't. Though some of those colors are like that. Some of those neon chartreuse colors, you don't get much difference between 10 drops and 100. All right, well, we will let that cool and come back and check it out. All right, back, ready to check it out. This is 20 drops. We'll see how big of a difference it is at 20 drops. Because this is double the pigment. All right. So, here we go. I'm starting to see the brown that's in it. I am seeing some brown at certain angles in the light. You know, and we got the red. But it isn't too much of a difference between our original with 10. So I think we're going to jump to 40 for the next shot. So we will chop these bad boys up, put them back in, warm back up, and be back for another round. All right, ready to go. So we're at 20, we're going to make it 40 by adding 20 more. All right. So doubling it up again. Ooh, quite a bit more red. I was actually expecting to see more of the brown, so that's interesting. Yeah, so kind of a palish red. I'd be interested to see if you hold it up to the light, if you get some brown. I noticed with the other ones that I would get some brown when I was holding it up to the camera, since the light is behind you guys. Which at the end we could hold them up to the light and take a look and see if that's what's going on. Purge it, and here we go. Hold that in a minute. And you know what? I'm seeing some brown in here, so maybe it's brown in the thinner sections, and in the thicker sections it's red. Might have to shoot it in something with some appendages at the end. I don't really have any appendages, but I've got stuff with tails, so maybe we'll have to try something like that at the end with our next one, because I think we're going to finish up with a 60. I believe Dead On's website says that the majority of their colors are meant to be used at 60. Yeah, so we could try that out and see how it is compared to this, but for now we'll wait for this to cool down and then we'll come back and check them out. All right, back to check these out. So this is 40 drops of Dead On brick. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we're brown. Now we've got some brown to them. So here we are. Now interestingly enough with these, you know, the light's behind you guys, so from where I'm looking I see a lot of red, but when I bring them where I'm looking against the light, I see a lot more brown. I saw a lot more brown when they were in the mold as well. Definitely a nice brick color. But yeah, so there's 40 drops. I think we're really getting into what that color was designed to look like. Yeah, so chop these up. We'll do one more with 60. We'll be right back. All right, back for our last round. So we're at 40 drops now. We're gonna make it 60. All right, cool. So that's 20 more drops in there to make it a total of 60. And I pulled this out another mold as well. We're going to shoot the 7-inch shaky to have a match for everything we've done so far. But I grabbed the Cali Grub mold, which is a 4-inch from Angling AI, because it's got a fat body and a thin curly tail. So that'll give us a look at that, since I am seeing a little bit of difference in color depending on how thick or thin the baits are. In fact, when you look at this directly into here, into this big fat wide cup, it looks red, but that last bait looked pretty brown. So I'm definitely thinking that it might depend on the thickness, which is what happens with all colors. Yeah, so let's check it out. Got our injector. Here we go. Alright, there it is on the injector. You get some brown, some red, depending on your angle. Alright, well, we'll keep topping these off till they're ready, and we will be back in just a moment to check them out. Alright, we're back. Let's check these things out and see what we looked like at 60. So, here is our first one. I'm gonna need my glove, that's pretty warm. You know, we've shot it 4 times now, so. Oh yeah, real brown, very brown. But up into the light, we get some red. It's a reddish brown. Yeah. It's a reddish brown color. It looks like brick. That looks like bricks to me. Yeah, so there we go. That's brick at 60. Set these over here to save them. Put this with our other ones. And put these somewhere else. And we'll put this away. Hot, 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 hot. All right. Ooh, and it's gone. That's okay. We'll get that in a second. Just close this up and set it out of the way for now. All right, here's our Cali Grub, because I did want something with thicker and thinner body sections. All right, so just pull one off so we can look at it. So pretty much brown in our main section, but you still get that brownish red in the thin section, but you get more red, especially up against some light. Yeah, so I mean, there's a few different things you get out of this color. It's definitely something that you can do a lot with. Yeah, so what do we think of it? I think that you get a cool option with this color, is that at light amounts, and we'll pull this over here. In a light amount, and I put my bottle away, didn't I? Yep, there we go. Got to be able to get a picture, right? You know, at a lower amount of pigment, you get kind of a red color. And we'll bring you guys over here to check this out. So, at a lower amount of pigment, you get a nice little red color. Even with the 20, and that's the 10 drops. With the 20 drops, still pretty red. At 40 drops, we're really starting to get brown. At 60 drops, the browns took over pretty much. So, yeah, that's our color. And you know what we'll also do? I'll pick up these other ones that I got here. So here they are. Now we'll bring them over here around against the light, and you see now we're red. So you do have some color change going on there too. So yeah, a lot going on with this color. Pretty cool. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and hopefully we'll see you again here at Gulfside Baitworks.